The UFC White House is coming. This event is going to be one of the biggest events in UFC history, taking place on the White House lawn. This has never been done before, and it is truly unprecedented what they're going to be doing. I even heard that they're going to be walking out of the Oval Office. This has never happened in history, not with any other sport. There's never been a basketball game, there's never been a football game, there's never been anything this close to the White House. And like I said, I've heard that it's going to be incorporating the actual White House to where the fighters are going to be in the White House walking out from there into an arena or into whatever type of venue they're going to have set up. I hear there's going to be 4,000 seats, and only the top of the top financially are going to be able to afford to go to this event. And so it's going to be a huge event. Ever since Dana White announced this card, it's been the most talked about card in recent memory. According to ESPN, this fight will take place on June 14th, 2026 on the White House's South Lawn in Washington, D.C. This unprecedented card will be in front of the entire world and will consist of 6 to 7 fights. And in this video, we will be building the perfect UFC White House card. Since there are only 6 to 7 fights, they will most likely be all high profile, high consequence fights. Starting off with number 1, Diego Lopez versus Yair Rodriguez. Back in April, both of these fighters were on the UFC 314 card. During the Fight Week press conference, these two randomly started a heated back and forth exchange on stage that lasted for several minutes. Both of these guys are at the top of the featherweight division, and this is a fight that should have been made a long time ago. Lopez should not have fought Volk. They should have made this fight. They both bring a striking heavy game with an exciting fan favorite style. They've both shown on several occasions that they have the ability and they have the power to put their opponents out. Yair Rodriguez has some of the most creative knockouts in UFC history. Diego Lopez has been on an absolute run since arriving in the UFC in 2023, and this would be a great fight to start off the White House card. Number 2, Michael Chandler versus Dan Hooker 2. I think this is the perfect fight for the White House card. This will be a rematch of a fight that took place in January of 2021. In the first fight, Chandler was debuting from a career in Bellator, and he was finally debuting inside the UFC. He went in there and he knocked Hooker out inside 1 round. Since then, the careers have gone separate ways, with Hooker hanging out at the top of the division, currently at number 8, with Chandler taking loss after loss and sinking toward the bottom of the division, now sitting at number 13. And after Hooker's recent loss to Arman in November, Hooker has actually called Chandler out for a rematch. This would not only be a crazy fight for the fans, but it also makes sense for the rankings. Also, Chandler is extremely patriotic for the US, and him winning on the White House lawn would create some wild scenes. Number 3, Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen. This would be an awesome fight for the fans. O'Malley is sitting at number 3 in the division, with Sandhagen right below him at number 4. This is a fan favorite fight, with both fighters bringing great striking skills and have proven that they can KO their opponents at any time. It also makes sense for the division. Corey is coming off a title loss to Merab, and Sean is coming off 1 win after losing in his title fight to Merab. Both men need to pick up another win if they want to continue their path to the title, and to make things better, they are both patriotic Americans and could bring an entertaining fight to the White House. Number 4, Carlos Prates versus Michael Morales. I know this is a bit of a random one, but I believe it makes more sense the more you think about it. At welterweight, they are both the new blood in the top 5, but they both need 1 more fight before the title, so this is a perfect number 1 contender fight. If you've seen either of these guys fight, you know that it doesn't get more fan-friendly than this. Both of these guys are tall knockout artists, and they will come forward and try to take each other out. Prates has 17 finishes in his career, and Morales has 15. This will be a perfect fight for this card. Number 5, Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. This fight was supposed to take place at UFC 324, but had to be rescheduled due to Harrison's neck issues. Nunes is the former champion who retired on top in 2023, and during her absence, Kayla Harrison arrived in the UFC and captured gold in June of 2025. Nunes will be returning to attempt to take the title from Harrison, and it will not be easy. Harrison is a 2-time Olympic gold medal winner in judo with extremely heavy grappling and strength. Nunes brings heavy power and experience and cardio and striking that is on a completely different level than Kayla's. It's really no competition on the feet. heavy, with Nunes knocking out fighters like Chris Cyborg, Holly Holm, and Ronda Rousey. Number 6. Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria. After winning the interim title in January, Justin Gaethje called out Ilia Topuria for the White House card. Justin Gaethje is a patriotic American to the core, and he would be the perfect fighter for the White House card. This would be a violent fight, with both fighters bringing power and boxing-heavy game plans. Unfortunately, however, Justin will be getting knocked out on the White House lawn, but hopefully he gets to put up a good fight before Ilia gets to his chin. The main event, Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira at heavyweight. I know that this is not a championship fight, but it might as well be. Last year, Jon Jones retired as the heavyweight champion, and Alex will be the current light heavyweight champion when this fight takes place, but will most likely vacate his light heavyweight belt after he moves up to heavyweight to fight Jones. Both of these guys are stars in the UFC, with Jon being the consensus greatest of all time and Alex arguably being top 3 stars in the UFC at this time. This fight will be so big that it does not even need a title on the line. So yes, that is my White House card builder. Those are the fights that I think should be on the White House. This is how I think the White House should play out. This event will be one of the biggest of all time, completely unprecedented location at the White House, and I am very interested to see how this all works out. If you disagree with me, if you thought of a fight that I didn't think of, if you liked the video, please comment below. Thank you for watching.